I've received some more stuff in the mail. I have no idea what it is. I know I've been waiting on, I think, 2 or 3 CDs that I ordered like 3 or 4 months ago. And, you know, because of COVID-19 and all that, it's understandable. Some things are going to take a bit of time getting to. I'll let it go this time, even though I am the Canadian Studmuffin. I should call them up and say, "Excuse me, do you not know who I am?" So this one, now there is actually one. This one looks like it's from a person. An actual person. Like the handwriting on it. Imagine an actual person sending me something. This is a CD. This is so exciting. I had this CD in the past, and it actually is one of the greatest CDs of all time, if I dare say so myself. It's weird, I was actually thinking of this CD today. I'll show it. It's my CD, that's right. From 2006 with Eric Myers. We had quite a few CDs sent to us, or sent to me, and I basically gave quite a few out to family and friends who are no longer my friends after I gave them this. And sold a few, not, you know, didn't make any money or anything, but sold a few. And there were friends of friends who actually were impressed with this and even wanted more copies and stuff. So anyway, I made this in 2006 with this very talented musician, Eric Myers, and his vocals. He doesn't sing on this. Unfortunately, I do, with a redneck Canadian accent. He sounds like Neil Young even without trying. And he, like I said, he's very talented. He does some superb guitar work on this, even with ridiculous vocals and silly lyrics. It was an honor to work with him. He produced it and everything. He, like I said, what would happen is, from what I remember, is he would send me music and I would write up lyrics for the song. I have to admit, I might not have much talent, but I do have talent for writing lyrics. Not so much for singing. And so we had a lot of fun doing this. And that, you know, I was also thinking today, that is actually a pretty darn eye-catching album cover. It's right up there with Redneck Canadian, with Sgt. Pepper. Here's the back with the songs. And it's got a crack in the CD, of course. Number 1, Redneck Canadian. I actually, even at the time, Redneck Canadian was not my favorite song, and I thought it wasn't a good way to start the album, but I'm not going to argue with a more talented person than me. Bloody Beaver, I Love My Muffin, the Makeup song, She's Gonna Nag Me Into the Grave, His Daddy Was a Hunter, which features the vocals of my ex-wife, who we won't mention, All Into Family, Redneck Mafia, Bloody Beaver Blues. See, this was another little argument we had. There's 2 songs with Bloody Beaver in them, and I didn't want it that way, but Eric, he wanted that for both songs with the lyrics and everything, so I agreed with him. theme for a Redneck Canadian, which is just an instrumental that I had nothing to do with. It's just all Eric Myers, and it's awesome. And Big Smoochie. I'm going to talk a little bit. I apologize, but about this. During, I would send him, I would do my vocals and send it to him, and he would kind of, because he is like almost like a professional, and he would sometimes send back, it wasn't very good, or my timing is way off. There were times he would have to, with the editing of the vocals, he'd have to move my vocals a tad and everything, and I remember him complaining about the background noise. We didn't have a professional setup, but that being said, it ended up turning out great. And I'm really proud, and I did do some of the vocals for me very well, like the timing later on. And Big Smoochie was the one that I nailed on the very first take. I even added a little funny little bit to the end of that track. So it is on Spotify, and I might actually also upload this to this channel in case anybody else wants to hear it. And we even did a label here. And all the credits. I did most of the lyrics. So there's the, if you want to pause that if you're interested in reading that. There's the cover. So yeah, that was, a very creative time for me. Like, I am a creative person. I like having fun, and I love music, and I mean, not everybody is gonna care for this, but like I said, some family and friends enjoyed this, and we even sold a few, but it was fun. It's not all about making money and being rich and famous. Okay, what's this? Yeah, the last one, I don't know if I might post it just to my members. Give them a little extra thrill. But you will find out in time what it is. Even Molly don't know what it is. Maybe I don't even know what it is. Easy, easy. I wonder if it's the other one I was thinking of just today. What is this? Maybe I can't show you what I ordered. Oh, that's awesome. Guys. It was just covered in this plastic for more protection. I already have the CD, so you're going to think it's kind of silly, but it isn't. I don't know where it is at the moment, but this is I believe the genuine track listing, because the one I ordered, first of all, the sound quality was, I think, a little subpar from what I remember. So this has the proper track order. It is the very first album that Phil Collins of Genesis ever played on and sang on. He wasn't the lead singer, but he did sing some vocals on the album. The band name is Flaming Youth, and this album is called Arc 2. And it's actually a fun listen, and it's pretty good. If you check out on YouTube the song Guide Me Orion by Flaming Youth, it's actually kind of catchy. It's like a progressive rock, space opera with humor and very creative, just like Redneck Canadian. Another CD broken, of course. Look at that, it's broken there. But yeah, it's a different company that's made this one, and even which didn't come with the other CD. I think I stored it with all my other junky CDs already because I knew I was getting this one. This came out in, I believe, 1969. So if you're a Genesis fan or a Phil Collins fan and you haven't heard this, I sincerely think, some of you at least, and you can pause that if you want to read it, some of you would enjoy this. There's the cover without the glare on it. There's Phil.